Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Jonathan Mingo gets brutally honest on joining Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys officially welcomed Jonathan Mingo to their practice facility Thursday, following their trade with the Carolina Panthers. Mingo is expected to bring a blend of size, massive hands, and physicality to Dallas. But Mingo brought honesty over too on day one at the new job. The now former Panthers wide receiver did more than appear in a Cowboys uniform or address the media for the first time since the Cowboys-Panthers deal. Mingo gave a blunt response to his arrival, via John Machota of The Athletic. "This is a fresh start for me," Mingo began. "I'm glad they took a chance on me so I can show them what I can do. Somebody finally believed in me, so I can show them what I can do. I'm just happy to be here." He didn't hold back when asked about what went wrong during his Panthers tenure. "I don't know. You can talk to them," Mingo said of his time in Carolina. "It ain't up to me, it's between the front office and coaching staff. I know there are some things I could have done better, but I'm here now." Mingo leaves behind a 2-7 team that sits at the bottom of the NFC South along with the New Orleans Saints. Now Mingo joins a 3-5 team aiming to stay afloat in the NFC playoff race. Mingo already earned praise from one of his newest teammates, CeeDee Lamb. The All-Pro wide receiver now expected to line up next to the former Panthers WR used a strong description for the 23-year-old, via NBC Dallas sports reporter Pat Doney. "He's big. Big as hell," Lamb shared. Lamb, though, didn't just marvel at Mingo's 6'2", 220-pound frame. "Nice speed, nice size, and a great route runner," Lamb added. "Looking forward to working with him." The Panthers selected Mingo number 39 overall out of Ole Miss in 2023. The Rebels star got described as one equipped with imposing size with muscular build by NFL.com draft analyst Lance Zierlein. He even compared Mingo to past Super Bowl winner and Pro Bowler Anquan Boldin. However, Mingo got off to a slow start in Charlotte. He didn't record his first 6-catch game until Week 12 of the 2023 season. Mingo never surpassed 70 yards receiving in a game either. The physically imposing WR finished catching only 43 passes for 418 yards. Worse for him, Mingo never tasted his first career touchdown as a rookie. Mingo then became a further afterthought in the Panthers' offense under new head coach Dave Canales. He settled for 12 receptions for 121 yards and again never crossed the end zone. Mingo never caught more than 3 footballs in a single game this season. Rookie Xavier Legette began to gain ground as Carolina's top wideout, with Mingo still on the roster. Mingo even was losing ground to undrafted rookie Jalen Coker and 2017 7th-rounder David Moore. But now, Mingo sounds rejuvenated following the Dallas move. The Cowboys sacrificed a 2025 4th-round selection land Mingo. He's heading into the league's second-best passing offense now with 2,033 total aerial yards. Skip Bayless names Jerry Jones' worst nightmare amid Dak Prescott injury. Besides standing 3-5, the Dallas Cowboys have also sustained a major setback in quarterback Dak Prescott's serious hamstring injury, which he suffered in their Week 9 loss to the Atlanta Falcons. However, the team hasn't placed Prescott on the injury reserve, while he searches for more opinions on his condition. In his absence, veteran quarterback Cooper Rush will replace him, starting with the Eagles game on Week 11. Yet, sports analyst Skip Bayless warned Cowboys owner and GM Jerry Jones about Rush. "Cooper Rush is Jerry Jones' worst nightmare," the analyst said on X, formerly Twitter. "I believe Jerry will be privately rooting against him. I also will not be at all surprised if Cooper Rush beats the Eagles, just as he beat the Bengals, who were coming off a Super Bowl, in his first start for Dak in 2022. When Prescott hurt his hamstring, Skip had advocated for Cooper Rush to start against the Eagles, given the probability of Prescott missing a lot of time due to his injury. From his post, Bayless also sounded confident that Rush could outperform Prescott, who led the team to 3 straight losses to playoff-caliber teams. Taking Prescott's place against the Falcons, Rush went 13-25 for 115 yards and a touchdown. Moreover, fans should remember that Cowboys GM Jerry Jones signed Prescott to a $240 million extension in the offseason. So, if Prescott goes down for a good chunk of the season while his backup manages to turn his season around, then Jones might have second thoughts about paying all that money. Perhaps this was what Skip Bayless meant when he said Rush would be Jerry Jones' worst nightmare, and that he expected the team's own general manager to privately root against him. However, the Cowboys are facing a 6-2 Eagles team in Week 11, and losing that game could break their season. Fans would have wanted coach Mike McCarthy to play Trey Lance in Prescott's place, but he defended his decision to start Rush. Cooper Rush is, as respected as a backup quarterback, since Rich Gannon when I was with Rich in the 90s with the Chiefs. He just does everything the right ways. He's an excellent pro. There will be plenty of confidence in him, McCarthy said, via Todd Archer of ESPN. Still, Prescott's injury probably isn't the only reason for whatever happens to the Cowboys season. For example, fans called out Jones' refusal to pursue Derrick Henry in the postseason. Then, after insisting on retaining their head coach for the season, Jones then called out McCarthy on a radio show for his team not executing properly or is designing poor concepts. It's safe to say the Cowboys have more things to worry about than Dak Prescott going down with an injury. NFL fans stunned by Dak Prescott's devastating injury diagnosis. NFL fans are shocked by the incredibly painful injury diagnosis announced for Dak Prescott. Originally, it was thought that Dak had just suffered a minor hamstring injury, but the details have turned out to be far more painful and severe. Dak may be heading to the IR, and the Dallas Cowboys season is effectively over. A partial avulsion of his hamstring tendon, which is partially torn off the bone. This is a devastating and painful injury as the hamstring muscle has been ripped off the bone. Injuries of this nature need much more than just a little bit of therapy and will require many weeks before Dak can play again. He is almost certainly going to go on the IR, and he may not be coming back this season. As the #Cowboys weigh in on Dak Prescott's IR status, sources tell me the initial diagnosis is a partial avulsion of his hamstring tendon, which is partially torn off the bone. I'm told it typically takes more than a 4-week recovery. In some cases, they let it scar over, repair and then strengthen. With that being said, Prescott is seeking other opinions, which is why there is currently a reluctance to place him on IR or make any determinations about a timeline for return, Slater wrote. As the #Cowboys weigh in on Dak Prescott's IR status, sources tell me the initial diagnosis is a partial avulsion of his hamstring tendon, which is partially torn off the bone. I'm told it typically takes more than a 4-week recovery. In some cases, they let it scar over, repair. Dak is quitting, Jones said yesterday morning on the facility. And it's crazy because it ain't even funny though. My man is quitting on these dudes. I've had a hamstring injury plenty of times. And I'm back the next week. I'm not Tyreek Hill. It don't take no 4 weeks for you to heal from no hamstring. You're no Lamar Jackson, you're not Jalen Hurts. You're not running, where are you running to? 4 weeks? Basically put me on ice for 4 weeks. No fight, no nothing. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Dak Prescott? Leave your opinion in the comments.